Hey everybody, we're back with another Looking at Toys video, and in this video we are going to be looking at turtle figures, and we have got here some very rare and hard to find figures. Some of these are just very newly released and they are from the Dimension X range, so we'll have a close look at these and let's see what we've got. So the first figure that we're going to have a look at is the Casey Jones figure. This figure isn't available in the UK as yet, and I don't think it's due to be available here until August, September, towards the end of the year. We've got this one from America, where it is still quite rare and hard to find. And this one, of course, is from the Dimension X range. So all of the figures in the Dimension X range do feature these space helmets. And if we take a closer look, they do seem to be getting better with the detailing on these figures. And if we flick over, look at the back of the box there, it tells us a little bit about Casey Jones and how he teams up with the Turtles and Fugitoid to do battle to save Earth. And then we've got on the back here some teasers for the other figures, but as far as I can see, everybody here has now been released. And we've got the 4 figures along the top there, which are the Dimension X Turtles. And then we've got Dimension X April ONeil, Fugitoid, who's been out for a little while now, Robotfugitoid, which is a new one, Mozart and Lord Dreg, both of those are already out. And then we've also got Mutant Shredders. That one hasn't been available in the UK, or not as easy to find. And then we've got the very rare Mondo Gecko there as well. Napoleon Boner Frog has been out for a little while, but still is quite a rare one to find. And then the next 2 figures that we have are the Mutant Shredders and Mondo Gecko. Both of these, I think, were the last ones that were to be produced before they moved over to the Dimension X range. And as such, they are actually very rare and hard to find. I don't think I've seen them anywhere in the UK for sale. And I think these have come from America as well. And what's special about this Mutant Shredders one is, of course, it is a twin pack, and it does have 2 nicely detailed figures there. You can see he's got these claws, and then we've got the small shredder here as well. And it's really nice to get 2 figures in one pack, and they're not really tiny ones either, so I think this does represent really good value for money. As we do get the 2 figures in there. And then the other figure is this Mondo Gecko. Again, very rare and hard to find, certainly one that is worth keeping as a collectible for the future. And what I like about this one is it is very highly detailed, although you can't really see it very well, but if I do try and just zoom in, you can see that they've even gone so far as to put the scales underneath the chin there. And it's got fairly basic articulation and that really nice skateboard to go with it. And this one is a little bit odd. I don't know if it is a mistake, because of course on the back it tells us about monkey brains there. So I think this probably does make this one even rarer and more valuable, as it's got the wrong packaging on the back. Manufacturing mistake, I suppose. And the Mutant Shredders just tells us a little bit about it here. And again, same figures really featured on the back there from the old series. So none of the Dimension X figures are otherwise teased on the back there. And then the next 2 figures that we have here is the Robotfugitoid and the Fugitoid. The Fugitoid is something which is now fairly readily available in the UK. Robotfugitoid hasn't as yet been released here, and again is quite a rare and hard one to find even in the USA. And this is of course where this one actually came from. So what I do like about this one is the use of the colours. Again, it's a nice sized figure inside the box there. It has some wings on the back, so it's supposed to be a mechanised insect. And if we just have a look at the back of the box there, so these are supposed to help Lord Dreg, who is the ruler of the insect world. But again, with these later figures, they really have gone out of the way with the detail, so I do really like the way that this one has been made. So again, with it being the changeover to the Dimension X, we've got the turtles here on the back with their spacesuits as well. And then the Fugitoid figure. This was available quite a lot earlier in America, but it is now available in the UK as well. And this is an ally of the turtles. So it just tells us a little bit about how Fugitoid came to be. So it is Fugitoid that gave the turtles their spacesuits. And then this is the April ONeil figure. Again, she helps the turtles. And again, this is the Dimension X variant with, of course, the space helmet there. And then if we flick over the box there, it just tells us a little bit about April ONeil. And as always, April ONeil has this bright yellow suit. April ONeil figures do tend to always be very collectible. They're always very rare and hard ones to get hold of. Even from the earlier series, these are always very hard to find and do always command quite a premium. So I'm guessing this one from the Dimension X will again prove to be the same. And they tend to be ones which nobody really wants because it is a girl figure. But of course, when it goes on some years and then people want them as collectibles, they're very rare and hard to find. This one again came from America. It's not one that is available as yet in the UK. And then these are the final 4 figures in the Dimension X range, which of course are the 4 turtles: Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello and Leonardo. All of them feature spacesuits, which again are highly detailed, to say that they are from the basics range, and they've just got a little space twist to them. I like the way that the weapons have been made out of this clear plastic, and of course they all feature space helmets as well, and those little things at the side there which look like teeth, but they're not actually teeth. So these are all of the latest release of figures. Many of them aren't available as yet in the UK and are quite rare and hard to find even in places like America, where they tend to get them a little bit earlier. And on the back of this one just tells us a little bit about each of the figures, so I'll just quickly flip through those. If you do want to have a bit more detail, then of course do hit the pause button. So basically with the Dimension X, of course, they're all fighting alongside Fugitoid. So looking at this, they're supposed to travel back in time to defend the Earth. So it does look as if the biography on the back is pretty much the same for all 4 of the turtle figures. So here then folks, these are the latest additions to our collections. We have pretty much got all of the turtle figures that have ever been made, going back sort of through the last 13 or 14 waves that they have had of them. And if you do search back through our videos, you should hopefully be able to find them somewhere. Looking at Toys does of course feature rare and collectible toys. These certainly will be collectibles for the future. So we hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and of course if you do like Looking at Toys, do be sure to subscribe to our channel. Any comments are always welcome down below, and do feel free to share this video.